So this is gonna be just a commentary on like how I made these right here. So I start off with the low punny design. I based it. I want to make the eyebrows a little shorter because I'm basing it on Hannah. So I'm getting just like a rough outline. I always use like a different color for the outline so I can get like a skeleton down. And then I go in with like another color. I thought about like how I was gonna make this and how I was gonna like do it for Hannah's kind of style. So I kind of put in some like pants because she wears pants, and then like a little tuft up front of the torso because I thought that would look better. Then I go in for some color and kind of rework it with her kind of design and while keeping like veneer quality about it. Which, come to think of it, I didn't really do the same for Lucario, but I'll go into that. And then after I get like that down, I go in with the final outline. I accidentally drew on top of the layer with this pink one when I did the black, so I just decided to keep it in because I thought, whatever, it looks cute, and having that little bit of color kind of makes it like pop a little bit more. So I thought that would be kind of cool, and you're dropping in some shading and then using different colors for the shading on low punny and whatnot. So I thought that would be kind of cool, and it looks really cute, and it kind of looks like her. So I was like, yeah, this is cute. I like this. Yeah. So next up, I was doing Lucario for me. So going in with that outline again, like a lighter color, obviously, to kind of get it the structure down, add some of the details that I want, the details that I'll change, like the 5 fingers and whatnot on there, making it a little more human in a way. Then I go in with the pink again, adding that jagged hair because my hair is weird and my piercings and whatnot, and then more tufts on the chest as well. And then so these little marks on the fur and whatnot, like they're gonna be reminiscent of like my tattoos and the placement I have them in. Which, come to think of it, my tattoos are actually a lot more symmetrical in a way than I thought, including like the knuckles and whatnot. But I thought that was kind of cool. The fur color, I decided to go with like more of my hair color normally, while keeping like the gray that Lucario has, and then obviously the pink in the hair too, because I have like pink hair at the moment. And then going in with like more color and everything, and then finally going in with that black outline, something to kind of solidify it and give it kind of some structure, so that when I finally do the shading, it'll kind of pop a little bit more. With Lucario's design, I decided to go a little bit more of a different alternative route for the shading, using one solid color over the entire piece, because I thought it would look good, and I feel like I was right. It looks really good. It looks more concise, and since Lucario is more of a brooding character, having just one tone kind of matched better. And then just putting these to the side because I'm going to draw like humanoid versions of these. So I thought it'd be cute, honestly. And here I am trying Hannah with like a kind of like a cutesy pose because she's like has a bunny personality and she's cute and whatnot. So I thought like a happier viewpoint. And then Hannah made a comment about this, like my stance is always so brooding. And I always whenever I draw myself, I always draw myself so brooding. I don't know why I do that. Here I thought I was doing it because I wanted to match Lucario's kind of vibe. He always has like a very brooding vibe to him. So here I'm kind of going in with the facial structure, the hair. She has big hair right now, and then going for the chest, the little anklets for her hands and whatnot, and then going in more for that like accentuated figure and whatnot, kind of make it a little more poppy and like kind of aesthetically pleasing. Then I go in with mine. Mine ended up a lot not as like humanoid as I usually make my characters. I have a big head in this, and it really bothered me how much what big head I had in this, and I think it's 90% hair. It's 90% hair in that, and I don't know why I did it that way. But here I'm adding like the Lucario details because I had to get myself like a structure of how I was gonna do it before I added the Lucario stuff, and then getting that fur in, and then the tattoos, and like I decided for the arms it would make more sense for a cosplayer to like wear gloves, whereas like the cosplayer on the left, like she could just like make that fur and whatnot. And going in again more like jagged shading, put her down a little, like shrink her down a little bit. I decided to go with the blue like backdrop for it because I thought it would look kind of cool, more dynamic. And then now I'm coming in with the black outline to kind of solidify everything. I always try to do the multiple tones, like for my layers, because it helps me get like a more like sustainable view of what I'm gonna do. Um, so after I get all the black outlines in and everything, I kind of go in for the next one. It lets me know where where I'm putting stuff, where lines are supposed to go, and what looks better. I think a lot of artists do that, honestly. So it's not too surprising. Then get in the boots and finally getting rid of those skeletons so I can put in the color. Obviously, I used directly the colors from the Pokemon versions just down to this, so I wanted to make it as like backwards, like forwards and backs, so it's like the same ones. I wasn't thrilled about how the color came out across on my face and whatnot, because it just it kind of didn't look right. I don't know why. I think if I had separated the color from my hair, because I'm not covered in hair obviously, so it's a little different, but I wanted to keep it to the original that I was doing. You'll see it here in a second. I don't know, it the idea of like having my hair all the same color as my clothes was just kind of like, or my clothes and my skin, it just was, or not my hair, sorry, my skin being the same color as my clothes and everything, it kind of feel like it darkened the image a lot, so it like made things kind of lost in translation. If I could go back into it, I'd probably like go back and make my skin just a little bit lighter, like a lighter tone of it, just so I could keep the same vibe. You know what I mean? I don't know. I kept everything on a separate layer, but the color is now merged, and I didn't think about that until afterwards. But I'm using the same tone of shading as I did on Lucario, and I did the same tones with Hannah in regards to like the Lopunny. And overall, I liked how it turned out. I think it looked kind of cute. This took like all of 2 days, so I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And yeah, just putting it all, centering it all together. And then I always try to add like a cool little backdrop to it. So I'm like adding color here and like some galaxy effect, and that's it. And I like how it turned out. Overall, I'm happy with it.